In all seriousness though, the cricket world is going to stop and watch Australia and India. It is Australia's first chance to defend their supremacy at home, following defeat in the 2010 Ashes and a drawn series against New Zealand. It is India's opportunity to prove that the defeat in England in the summer was an aberration that we will bounce back from. If both teams look back on their 2007-8 series in Australia, they will know that they should have done things a little differently in the Sydney Test. But I think both sides have moved on from there. We've played each other twice in India already, and relationships between the teams is much better than they have been as far as I can remember. Thanks to the IPL, Indians and Australians have shared dressing rooms. Shane Watson's involvement in Rajasthan, Mike Hussey's role with Chennai, to mention a few, are deeply appreciated back home. And even Shane Warne likes India now. I really enjoyed playing alongside him at Rajasthan last season, and can confidently report to you he's not eating imported baked beans anymore. Actually, in fact, looking at him the other day, it seems he's not eating anything. We are delighted that Umesh Yadav didn't become a policeman like he was planning and turned to cricket instead. He is the first cricketer from the Central Indian first-class team of Vidarbha to play Test cricket. Virendra Sehwag, and this shouldn't surprise anyone, belongs to the Wild West just outside Delhi. He had to be enrolled in a college which had a good cricket program and travel 84 kilometers every day by bus to get to practice and matches. Every player in this room wearing an India blazer has a story like this. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the heart and soul of Indian cricket. The lack of crowds may not directly impact on revenues or how important the sport is to Indians, but we do need to accept that there has definitely been a change in temperature over, I think, the last 2 years. Whatever the reasons are, maybe it's too much cricket or too little by way of comfort for spectators. The fan has sent us a message, and we must listen. Let us not be so satisfied with the present, with deals and finances in hand, that we get blindsided. Everything that has given cricket its power and influence in the world of sports has started from the fan in the stadium. They deserve our respect, and let us not take them for granted. As players, the one way we can stay ahead for the game is if we are willing to be monitored and regulated closely, even if it means giving up a little bit of freedom of movement and privacy. If it means undergoing dope tests, let us never say no. If it means undergoing lie detector tests, let us understand the technology, what purpose it serves, and accept it. Now, lie detectors are by no means perfect, but they could actually help the innocent clear their names. Similarly, we should not object to having our finances scrutinized if that is what is required. When the first anti-corruption measures were put into place, we did moan a little bit about being accredited and depositing our cell phones with the manager. But now, we must treat it like we do an airport. Security, because we know it is for our own good and our own security. Players should be ready to give up a little bit of personal space and personal comfort for this game which has given us so much. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Cricket must find a middle path. It must scale down this mad merry-go-round that teams and players find themselves in, heading off for 2 test tours and 7-match ODI series and a few 2020s thrown in. Test cricket deserves to be protected. It is what the world's best know they will be judged by. Where I come from, nation versus nation is what got people interested in cricket in the first place. As the game's custodians, it's important we are not tempted by the short-term gains of the backward step. We can be remembered for being that generation that took the giant stride. Thank you for the invitation to address all of you and for your attention. Thank you.